for sure, Olympiacos so far is the best team in the EuroLeague. So even last year they made a great EuroLeague, but we have lucky to beat them in the semi-final on the last second three-point shot to Micic. But Coach Barzokas made a great job. So they are very consistent. So always they start with the same lineup. Always they play with the same basketball. So less turnover. They are very aggressive in defense. So it's a great team. But there is one reality that in the last years, every game that we played against Olympiacos, we play good. So our system, I think, is not easy for Olympiacos too. Last year, I remember that we lost here on the last second shot to Sulukas.
Exactly.
So we will play, but Olympiacos is on the good shape. We are not in the perfect shape. This is the reality. But we understood that now it's time to play, because everybody are talking that FS is one of the favorites for the title again, for the three-peat. But I told to my players, if we will not play the playoffs, so how we can win again? So now it's time to play. We'll see tomorrow.
Coach, you talked about last year, referring to the game at the Final Four against Olympiacos. Are you ever flashing back, thinking about that moment that Vasha made the shot?
No, flashing back, so we came to Belgrade with a lot of confidence last year. Actually, we didn't play very well, all Final Four, but we never think to lose the games. Even against Olympiacos, okay, we didn't start well the beginning of the game, but then in the last quarter we controlled the game. Then Olympiacos come back for the game, but it was similar against Real Madrid in the final. So sometimes to flash back, yes, sometimes it's good to flash back. When I check the standings now that we are on the out of range of the playoff and flash back to the last year in Belgrade, of course, I'm happy.
Was that the order you gave for Vasha to take the shot?
No, I didn't gave an order to take the shot. Only I gave in timeout the order to attack in 1-4 pick and pop against Vezenko. To don't attack to the 5, to attack to Vezenko. And then I don't like to tell to players so what they must do, because depends of they must read the defense.
Exactly.
Vasa read the defense in that positions. He failed to shot. He shot. Now many possessions this year. He tried to make the same shots. He missed. So and I can't say him nothing because he made the most important shots.
Maybe he's waiting for the right moment.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, you talked before about the position you are on the standings right now, and I heard a statement. You said, "I'm not gonna point three fingers until we get to the spot that we are gonna be able to be on the playoffs." It looks like a pattern the previous years that you are waiting for February to press your foot on the gas, I would say. Is that a pattern of yours as a coach, or is it a coincidence?
I like to show. To give some extra motivations for the team, but it was different from last year and this year. Last year we didn't start well again, and there is a time that everybody lost the confidence when we played in Barcelona, and when they fired me to the court, I get these emotions. I think that I must show something to my players, to the organization, to the referees, to everybody, that I will never give up. And this was a message for my players, for the club, for everybody. This year, little bit different because this year we start the season, just everybody around are talking to three-peat. So three-peat will be the only team that make three-peat in the basketball European history like this. And it gave us, in the beginning, it's sure that gave us some emotions. But the reality is that you must fight on the court, you must put energy on the court. And we didn't have this high energy this year in the beginning of the season. And there is one reality that sometimes when you think, we lost many games this year in overtime or on the last possession. So maybe 4 or 5 games that we lost like this. And I think now this show to three-peat, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, taking us as a bad lucky. So I think I start to think like this. There is something wrong because every last 4 or 5 games that we lost, we arrived the last 3 minutes up 4 or 5 points, then we lost the game. We lost the game on the overtime, we lost the game on the last turnover on the ball. And now, okay, now we must focus. I told to everybody on the club also, so we will not focus more for the three-peat. We will focus first to come back for the playoffs. Then we will start to think for the Final Four, for the title again.
How does it feel to manage and coach many star players? And now I'm talking about star players, I'm talking about players that they need the ball in their hands, you know, to score, to have more possessions. How does it feel? And you know, there are a lot of people, even last year when you signed with Clyburn, that they were saying, can coach manage one more player in that team, you know, to be able to fit everyone on the court?
Actually, so far, no. Because just Larkin arrived, he played only 3 games in the EuroLeague. And now, again, we have some problem to balance because it's correct. So both these 3 players, Vasa, Larkin and Clyburn are the 3 stars of the EuroLeague. And also we have this year Rodrigue Beboa that he played a great season. We have Elijah Bryant, one more good player. But the reality is that if you have in your team star players and you can manage these players, you can share the ball and you can convince these players to work, to put energy for the team, you can win the title. It's not easy to win the title in the EuroLeague. So it's not my lucky or the club's lucky that in 2 years we won the title. There is something that in these 2 years we managed very well this. Now, okay, we have some problem because in the beginning of the season we didn't have all team together. We have some new players that really is new players. Even Ante Zizic is last year he made a great season in Maccabi Tel Aviv, but they play different basketball. Our basketball is different, so it's not easy to put everything. Last year's that we get a big successful we have on the team Krostav Simon, completely different player than Clyburn, or we have James Anderson, players that never need a ball. So you can give a ball one time, he can shot the ball, he's happy because he makes defense. But now, of course, it's not easy, but I believe that if I will find the way, I'm trying. Sometimes I had, of course, this year it's very difficult also for me. So big stress, you know. Also national team. Also this year in national team, I lost. Turkey lost the most important games on the last second. Like we lost in Eurobasket against France on the missing free throws on the last second. We lost in the last game against Serbia on the last seconds, again missing free throws in Belgrade. In Efes now we lost many games like this, and I am a little bit more nervous than the past years, this year.
And you sound concerned, and you always say, you know, and I understand that, you know, there's possibility you have after having 2 successful seasons. Have you ever thought at this point that nothing is guaranteed about the playoffs right now and the Final Four, that you might not make it? And what will happen if you don't make it? Because, you know, failure is part of what we do, actually, as well.
Listen, in the last 4 years, with FS, we were on the top of the EuroLeague. So in 2019, we played the final. In 2020, we were on the first position. After 28 games in the regular season, we won 24. They canceled the league. Last 2 years, we won the title. In my contract, I don't have any sign that every year I will win the EuroLeague. So that's happened. So I made a big successful in the last 4 years. I am sure that I will try to make also this year, but this is work, this is God, so this is lucky, this is a ball sometimes. We'll see if we will not be successful. I don't know, maybe they will fire me. Maybe I will come to Athens, I will come in Greece to coaching some clubs. I don't know what.
Coach, after this double round, we're going to have complete the 2/3 of the season. If the season was ending now and we're going to the Final Four, which teams they deserve right now, the way they play, to be at the Final Four?
The first team is Olympiacos. For me, they deserved so far. The other 2 teams, Monaco, they deserve too much. They made a great job this year. And then I'm confused about Real Madrid and Barcelona. But the 4 teams that right now they deserved, it's these 4 teams. Also Fenerbahce made a great job so far, but now they are not so consistent. They lost some games, especially in the last 7-8 games that they played. They are not playing the same basketball that they played in the beginning of the season. So right now, the 4 teams that they deserved is Olympiacos, Monaco, Real Madrid, and Barcelona.
And let's say hypothetically, if you could transfer one player from any EuroLeague team to your team right now, who will that be? Anyone, and why?
It's very difficult question, but I think we are in Greece right now. Tomorrow we play against Olympiacos. Give me Vezenko.
Oh, you want Vezenko?
I feel very bad coach. Now I feel very good coach. This is a basketball. When you lose, you are bad. When you win, you are good.
En büyük biz şampiyon olacağız dedik ve şampiyon olduk. Tarihi yazdı. That's all. That's the Turkish God.
You have been judged, maybe criticized by people, you know, from your reactions. And you told me before, you know, I want to show my emotions for my players, for the club. Do you think that maybe sometimes your reaction has come across like wrong? People might have misjudged what you wanted to do or what you wanted to say. Have you ever regret for things you did on the court?
The people is not easy to convince everybody to like you, to like what you make. This is Ergin Ataman. This is I never make something for the people to hate me. Of course, I like that everybody love me, but it's impossible in this basketball, in the sport. It's impossible that the fans, that Fenerbahce, that is a big opponent for us in Turkey, the fans for Olympiacos, Panathinaikos, Barcelona. But I saw this, that the people, maybe they don't like me, but they respect to my job. This is important for me, and I don't make anything to make show. This is I feel my emotions, so I live with my emotions. Also in the game, during the game, like a coach. Also on the game, I don't have some static rules in the game. Some coaches, when your player make a 2 foul, immediately they keep out. Sometimes, even in the first half, if my player has a 4 foul, I keep him on the court. I live with my feeling, and all what I show, what I made is the feeling. Because I believe that basketball, the sport is not only on the court. it's also mental war. It's a mental war. I try to be always with my strong confidence and to give this to my players. Of course, sometimes the people doesn't like this. Even last year, I know that Olympiacos people they don't like what I told before the Final Four game that we will win for sure. I believe. There is some coach that always they say, I don't know, we will try, it's difficult. No. And I like to tell again, now in these situations, I can't say that tomorrow we will win. But if we will go to Final Four, you come to make one more interview and I will tell you that we will win. We lost only the first one. And we came here to not only to play the final, remaining one. We came here for win the cup, that we will win. 2 days later, we will come here with the cup. Okay, let's go!
You talk a lot of times about how you like your team playing NBA basketball, running, shooting. Is there a possibility to see you in an NBA team? Did you have any offers in the past? Have you talked about moving over there?
I never have an offer to be a head coach. This is the reality. I have some offers, some connections to come to understand the system, to make some years to assistant coaches, then to see. But now, if I was younger than now, if it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was proud to make this. But now, okay, I feel young, I don't have a problem. But now to go to NBA, to make the second, to make the third assistant coach, to wait what's going on, for a coach that won the title back-to-back 2 years in the EuroLeague, is not respect to all coaches in the Europe. So if one coach from the EuroLeague, like us, before me, Željko, so Ettore, Dimitri, so I don't know, Barzokas, so all of us, I believe that we can go there only in the situations if somebody gave us the head coach job. If somebody tomorrow come to me, ask to talk about this, I am ready. I never give up, I never afraid for something. But I believe that NBA basketball is different. They think that the European coaches is different. NBA basketball is a players basketball. It's a basketball. There is a one ball. It's a basketball. And also what they think that here is we are not playing college basketball here with these players, with Larkin, Micic, Vezenkov, so Clyburn, so this Mirotic. They are also, this player also even, they are star players. Okay, maybe nobody is LeBron James, they are not Stephen Curry, but everybody has a great ego, they have a great personality. If we manage these people, why we will not manage the NBA teams? Okay, maybe there are some teams, they are really very good teams, but you watching the NBA, you saw that many teams, and I told every time, the teams that play the Final Four in the EuroLeague can play easy in NBA. Can play easy, no problem. But so NBA is other things, it's a show basketball. So we'll see. I don't think I'm happy in the EuroLeague.
And last question, Coach, about the national teams. There's been a lot of talk around how these organizations can work together to create a schedule that will be beneficial for the coaches, for the clubs, for the players, for the national teams. Are you waiting for this moment? Do you think it's time, for everybody to sit down and talk how they can make things better?
If we sit down on the coach, on the table like a coaches, like the EuroLeague coaches and the other competition coaches, believe me that in 2 hours we can find the solution. In 2 hours we can find the solution. It's not so difficult, but it's very difficult what the FIBA, what the EuroLeague managers are waiting to find solutions, because this is not good for the players, for the coaches, even for the countries, for the spectators. Now in next 24 February, I am the Turkish national team coach and I am Anadolu Efes coach. Next 24 February, on the same day, on the same time, there is a EuroLeague game, my EuroLeague game in Lyon, and there is the same time in the Turkish national team game. So, okay, you can tell why you are coaching national team and also the EuroLeague. But what about you? What about the spectators? When you open the TV, what you like to watch? The EuroLeague game or your Turkish national team game or your Greek national team game? Come on, I believe that the system, for me, if I can put 6 months to play the EuroLeague like the NBA. Then for these EuroLeague teams, find solution that these EuroLeague teams can join to their playoffs, so like in Serbia, to their countries league playoffs. Then give 2 months in the summertime that also NBA players can join, and you can make, 10, 15 games in Greece, in Italy, so that the people enjoy. I watched last year, we were in the Acropolis tournament. The people are crazy to watch the Greek national team. Same in Turkey, when we play friendly game, not official game. Make the official games in summer when these NBA players are there, when the EuroLeague players are there, and then you can give 2 months rest for all players. 6 months EuroLeague, 2 months local league, 2 months national teams, and 2 months rest. Everybody will be happy. But I don't know what is the solution. The world are changing. Everything is changing. So the people are going to moon. NASA are working. I don't know why FIBA and EuroLeague will not find solution in the last 5 years. And even everybody are talking, just talking. Sit on the table and find solution, please.
Mustafa Kemal Paşa yaşa.